have a lot of toys, right? What do you think if we give some of your toys to the orphanage kids? I think they will be happy to receive it.
Let me think.
And also, what do you think if we give some of your snacks to them? You know, we have a lot and it's actually already full. I even bought you some more.
I don't think so, Mom. I want to keep them all.
Thousands of people came together to listen to Jesus' teachings. Someone in the crowd said to Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to share our father's inheritance with me." Jesus said, "Watch out and be on guard against all greed. True life is not found in what you own." Then Jesus told the people a parable. A rich man owned land that produced many crops. He didn't have anywhere to store all of his crops, so he said to himself, "I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones. Then I'll have so much stored up that I can stop working and relax."
But God told the man, "You are a fool. You will die this very night, and then what good is everything you have stored up?" Jesus told this story as a warning for any person who stores up treasure on earth and is not generous toward God. Then Jesus told his disciples, "Do not worry about your life or your body, what you will eat or what you will wear. Think about the birds. They do not plant or collect grain, yet God feeds them. Aren't you worth more than birds?"
Jesus also said, "Think about the wildflowers. They don't work or make clothing, yet they are lovelier than any king in his fancy clothes. If that is how God takes care of grass, which grows today and is cut down tomorrow, how much more will he do for you?" Jesus told his disciples not to worry about food or drink. "Seek God's kingdom," he said, "and God will provide what you need." God is happy to give his children the kingdom.
Finally, Jesus said, "Sell your possessions and give to the poor. A thief can take away treasure on earth, but treasure stored in heaven lasts forever. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also."
Jesus is our greatest treasure. Jesus left his place in heaven to live humbly on earth. Jesus obeyed God to set up his kingdom. We can give generously and trust God to provide everything we need.
Then he said to them, "Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. A man's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions." Luke chapter 12, verse 15. Hi CA kids, it's me again, Miss Maya. So this week, what are we going to talk about? Yes, it's about treasures. But what kind of treasures? So, from the skit that we just watched and from the video lessons, and the first from Luke chapter 12 verse 15, we heard the word greed and possessions. So do you know what does that mean? Greed means that when you show selfish desire over something that is more than needed. And possessions are simply those things that you have. Like for example, from the skit video, you know that boy, he owns lots and lots and lots of toys, right? Not just toys, he also has so many snacks and he keeps it to himself. When his mom asked him to give it to others or share it to the orphanage, he refused to do so because he wants to keep everything to himself. Does it sound familiar? Yes. It is similar to the parable of the foolish rich man that we just watched from the video lesson. From that parable, Jesus wants to tell everyone that you should not care more about yourself than others. Jesus wants you to not just love yourself, but love others as well. When you have a lot, when you have plenty, don't just keep it for yourself, but you need to share them with others, especially those who are in need. Let's check out what else that Jesus says about that rich man. At the end of that parable of the rich fool, Jesus mentioned in the verse 21, "This is how it will be with anyone who stores up things from himself but is not rich towards God." So what Jesus wants is that when you have lots of things, when you have many food, or when you are blessed with a lot, you should not just think about yourself. You should remember God and remember about your people around you that might need it. God wants you to be generous and to care for others, not just yourself. Then if we keep giving things to others and not like having more for ourselves, then what are we going to do next if we run out of those things? What is going to happen? You know, sometimes that thought comes to my mind as well. Sometimes it feels hard to give others, especially if the things are the things that you love. But you know what? In the next verse, Jesus explained, he clearly said that you should not worry about anything, because life is more than just food or drinks or games or money. There are more things in life that Jesus wants you to do and enjoy. Now, Miss Maya is going to read you one of my favorite verses that is actually found in this chapter 12 of Luke. It says on the verse 27, "Consider how the lilies grow. They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you, not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, how much more will he clothe you, O you of little faith?" So, whenever I remember about this verse, I always remember again that I should not be worried about things that I don't have, or if I'm going to run out of things or stuff whenever I give it out or share it to others. Because we have our God, we have our Jesus, our Father in heaven, who loves and cares a lot about us. He knows what we need, and you know what? He just not just know about it, but he is able to give it to you. He is able to do anything in this world, even the most impossible things. So if you have that kind of God as your Father, what else you should be worried about?
All I need is you.